So many things, so many things. But let's see what happens here. I'm going to keep the Ankar. Ankar tutors for Sticky Finger and it tutors for the Risky Skipper. Already picked up both weapons, so... Alright, let's see. Mage didn't have an opener. I mean, it could be a Highlander Mage too. Although that's unlikely, I suppose. Do I want to coin the Ankar to kill the Solarian? Crime session was not kept. But maybe it's still safer to just kill the Solarian here. Picking up a Sticky Finger. Next up we're going to be picking up a Risk Skipper. Which of course has the alternative. Well, it's probably not a Highlander Mage. Well, it could still be a Highlander Mage too. What sorts of aggressive style Highlander Mages are seeing some play. First bonus primordial studies was there. I'll go ahead and be mana effective here. And I will play the Quartermaster. I currently don't have any dragons in hand, so Molten Breath cannot give me armor right now. There are 5 dragons in this deck, so usually I should be able to find a dragon reasonably early. A mana reservoir. And another primordial study. And the crime session. Happy Friday, Barrett. Plague of Wrath. Still, I think I want to kill that. I think I'm using this Kobold Lackey to do it. Play the Kobold Lackey and hit with that one. I think I'm going to armor up now. Let's try and get some sort of buffer going. The second Solarian. Not surprising. Mages typically seem to be able to pick up some Astromancer Solarians in these games. The real question is what else? Okay, not bad, not bad. An evasive would mean that the Molten Breath is now active. I'm going to use Molten Breath to kill the Solarian. Deny some spell damage. There will be 2 Solarian Primes. That's going to be a lot. Let's say I'll use the Molten Breath here. Let's grab the armor. 2 Solarian Primes in the deck. Alright. Let's see what's going to happen then. Just need to figure out what sort of emotes I want, and I would have to order them. Oh, Ross. That's inconvenient. Most inconvenient. I think I may need to use a Coerce here. And the Bulwark. Fine. And Bulwark to kill. Bulwark to deal damage to Ross. And Coerce it away. This still leaves the mage with some spell damage on the board. And obviously 2 copies of Solarian Prime will be coming eventually. Why is Ross so big? I don't know. That has been a bug with Ross ever since it was introduced to the game. I think it's pretty hilarious. It's the biggest minion. It's always the biggest minion. No matter what, it's always the biggest minion. The first Mana Giant is here. Bladestorm doesn't really do much. Can't pull off a good Plague of Wrath. I mean, I could do the Skipper Barrel thing, of course. That's probably not bad. Let's use that to kill the first Mana Giant. I'll do that. Just hero power. Alright, one mana giant down. There's another mana giant left, there's Solarian Prime left, there's 1 million random generated cards left. Hi, Dave. Yeah. Really too bad that this is the first matchup that I get, because I'm so tired of playing this matchup. More random stuff. Let's see about that. Elemental allies. There are still both mana cyclones left, so that elemental allies can in fact be triggered. Let's draw a card. See a little bit what happens. Alright, alright. So far so good. Plenty of armor. Mage had that double shuffle with 2 Solarian Primes. Oh, and there's also a Conjurer's Calling, it seems. Okay. So that means Conjurer's Calling will also be available for the other things later. I might lose all of my armor so that I will not be able to do a lot of Shield Slam things. So is this simply a brawl into Shield Slam? I mean, I don't know what sort of minion generation the mage will be able to come up with. But I suppose brawl into Shield Slam is fairly useful here. Hi, Spillion. Now I don't even have to spend the Shield Slam yet. I can leave the Wound Thief up. Alright, so mana giants are dead. But there's still lots of things that are going to happen. So we'll see. Alright, Solarian Prime number 1. 1 spells, 2 spells, 3 spells. Double secrets. Huh. That's intriguing. Double secrets is interesting. I'll try to kill that, let's see what happens. Another wind portal. Minions cost less. I mean, that makes... That one is going to make... Sorcerer's Apprentice cost 1. And Mana Cyclone cost 1. Those are kinds of things that I don't want to see happen. There's a risk of Entity, of course. But I think I want to kill that. Because that's a little bit scary. Such cheap apprentices and entities. So, 1 Solarian Prime left, and then the random stuff. That is pretty much it. Flame Ward, Ice Barrier, or Vaporize. It could be a Vaporize, of course. Heroic Farm Unleashed, alright. Gonna take a look at that one soon. 7 cards in hand. I think I might play the Spellkin. And get another Shield Slam, that's okay. Alright, 8 cards in hand, and I am at 43 so far. And I have faced both Mana Giants and a Solarian Prime and Ras. But there's one more Solarian Prime and the random stuff left. So we'll see how that's going to work out. So this is going to be a Mana Cyclone turn, right? That's what it looks like. Finally the mage gets to do the Mana Cyclone. Yep, absolutely going to be a Mana Cyclone. So how many random spells is that? That's 5. And then there's the card draw, and now hand is full. Ah, but one of the randomly generated spells was a spell that mage was able to get rid of. That was nice. 9 cards in hand. I can play Dragon Queen. That's okay. Let's play the Dragon Queen, get some 1-cost dragons. Can't really play Ysera. I could play Nostormo, I guess. Hi Diano. Hi Night Elder. I'm fine, thanks. Let's do Nostormo. Mage has a full hand, and now Mage needs to make some fast decisions. Okay, and the decision is to cast a random generated puzzle box. Not bad, not bad. Oh, that card draw. So Spellwing away, Frost away, burns an apprentice, burns a mana cyclone. That's nice. Burning mana cyclone's always nice. Did have enough damage to kill both of my minions. Alright, and burn the Mana Cyclone and the Sorcerer's Apprentice. That's good. There's still going to be Devolving Missiles in that mage deck, of course. There won't be any weapons. 10 cards in hand. I don't want Kagat to be... I want to use Kagat for something real. But I might play the Ysera. That's definitely an option. So I think this one is Sticky Finger. Sticky Finger, Ysera and Hero Power. Go to 8 cards in hand, then to 9 cards. Devolving Missiles on a 9-drop isn't the greatest thing. That Chrome Session burn wasn't very important. There's still one Solarian Prime left.
What makes something
Of course, Chandy Sparrow. And there was that random polymorph, which was pretty good. Okay, so far so good. Hi, Serin Blade. Cannot wait for this mage nerf. Me neither. I kind of don't want to play Constructed right now, I guess. Well, now you're telling me which one is the illusion. Neither haven't have evocation. This is not just for a new Polcalt. Sweet. But it will be sweet. So now I know about the illusion. So I could use ramming speed to clear this board. There is still with one Astromancer, one Solarian Prime left. Potentially more, of course, because there have been many primordial studies. Let's do a Scoundrel. Scoundrel is gonna wear pants. Mortal Strike? Mortal Strike seems fine. I'll just ram those two together. And I'll trade that one away. Do I want to give this one Divine Shield and some attack? I guess not. I guess I'm fine with this. Let's go with this one. Hi, Egikaruda. Alright. Ogre Magi. The final Solarian Prime. Oh, another secret. That's good for the mage. No dragons in hand. So this is the weaker variant because it's not running dragons. One secret. I'll try the Shield Slam over there. See what happens. Nothing too bad happened there. It could be an entity. So what do I do to play around entity? There's still evocation left. Maybe I can spend the Mortal Strike here. I could play the Scale Rider. There's one Sorcerer's Apprentice left though. I could play the Scale Rider into an entity later. It's totally fine. I'll just Mortal Strike that Ogre Magi away. And chill for now. So there's one Sorcerer's Apprentice, there's one Evocation. a couple of random spells, but I've seen the Mana Giants, I've seen 2 Solarian Primes, I've seen Chandis, I've seen Ras. Genvala shouldn't be too much of an issue without a counter spell. I have Evocation and Solarian. Awesome. Hi, Limskaya. Thermal lost 3 games last night, Highlander Hunter. The mages that are under 5 health. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Yeah, I could have played Scale Rider last turn, but I figured that it would be effective the turn after as well. So this mage has so far played 5 copies of Primordial Studies. That is fairly impressive. Five copies of Primordial Studies. How about that? I want the Kargat to die so that it cannot be devolved, because I want the Kargat to prime at some point. And do I have to respond to this board? But if I don't, the mage will just keep putting more stuff. With very low resource use as well. That's the annoying part at Azure Explorer. But if I use Bladestone Plague now... It's fine, I'll use the Bladestone Plague now. Let's do that. So now the mage has that random dragon and that random spell damage minion. And then there's going to be an evocation at some point. Okay, I can kill Ysera. I can kill Ysera just fine. I can run Kargat into it and then I can execute the Ysera, for example. And I think that's fine. One spell damage minion there. Then there's the evocation, one random spell, Conjurer's Calling. It could still be an entity, so I probably actually need to use Scale Rider here. Check for entity. It was entity, so now I'm just giving them Scale Rider. And then I'm able to execute the Ysera. And at this point, I think I'm just going to armor up and see what the mage wants to do next. One Ysera card, one random spell damage minion, one copy of Conjurer's Calling. Okay, that's the random spell damage minion. Then there's the evocation, of course, finally. Alright. That's all good so far. So here I can simply use Kargat. Any reason for me to have a dragon in hand? Not sure, maybe not. So Kargat can kill the 4/4. That was not a dragon. So it is something else. But I have this Restless Mummy Bloodstone Shield of Honor to do a lot of things a little bit later. So I might just hold on for now. See what the mage is going to come up with. There's still the evocation left for the mage, of course. That could give like a pair of cairns, which would be very annoying. That one doesn't really matter. I have the Zephrys in hand. This is good against like Deathwing, but I can set Zephrys these away. Oh, that would be the Twisting Nether. We'll just clear out that board. That's one of the main resources of the mage away. There's still the evocation left. Mage is now making some space in hand for the evocation play. I don't want to give mage any targets. Because there are spells in mage's hand that can only be played if there are targets. I don't want to make room in mage's hand so that mage can get more random stuff from the evocation. So denying the mage the possibility to target things is useful. Obviously, this is what mage can do. Here comes the evocation. And then, what can the mage find? And is it going to be strong enough? Okay, one secret. Alright, alright. Our images are a little bit annoying, I suppose. But there are no more mana cyclones left. So if that is all you've got, there's one secret. So it could be a counter spell. It could be a spellbender, in which case the Sorcerer's Apprentice gets to live. Check for counter spell first. What's a Netherwind portal? After you play a lackey, add a lackey to your hand. Well, no lackeys will be coming, that's for sure. But getting through all of those is a little bit of a problem, isn't it? I think I want to kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice here. I suppose I can simply chill for the time being. Two more turns and the mage will be dead. There was no mirror entity. Conjurer's Calling on a 4-drop. Yeah. But how is that going to deal enough damage? Now there's another secret. And the secret could be an entity. But the mage is rapidly running out of time. I don't think I have to do anything here. The mage dies next turn to fatigue. So I think we've got this one. Well, I suppose this mage didn't generate as many cards as they usually do. Like only 2 Solarians. Only 5 Primordial Studies. Only 1 Evocation, by the way. Didn't manage to hit another Evocation. There comes the Conjurer's Calling. But... yeah. Very, very dead. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.